Edward the Blue Engine had recently moved out of Tidmouth shed so that he can be closer to his branch line, which is near Wellsworth Station. But Edward isn't alone when he goes to sleep at night, for Philip, the little box cab diesel, lives there too. Philip can be a little chatterbox sometimes and keep Edward up until dawn, but Philip tries to be as quiet as he can so that Edward can have his sleep. The two have gotten along well and they are both very happy to be sharing a shed together. It was Christmas Eve morning on the island of Sodor. Everywhere and everything was covered in a thick blanket of snow. But that didn't stop Philip, for he was very excited.
Oh my! Oh, Philip, you made me jump.
Oops, sorry Edward. I'm just so excited.
Excited for Christmas Day, eh?
Oh, you bet I am. Oh, I think my motor is going to explode. We're going to have so much fun, Edward. You, me, singing Christmas carols, having presents.
That's very nice, Philip. But, you know, Christmas isn't about presents or singing carols, you know.
It's not? Then, what is it then?
It's about celebrating something more special. A greater gift of hope, love, and peace for the world. To help others see the light in life. The presents and decorations may be a little extra special to the holiday, but it's the love and care we share to our families and friends. And that's most important, Philip. Philip?
Jingle bells, Percy smells Toby.
He's not going to listen, is he?
It was soon late in the afternoon and Edward and Philip had finished decorating Wellsworth Station. Everything looked so magical, with the tinsel shimmered on the shed walls and the fairy lights shone brightly like little stars in the night.
Oh, Edward, doesn't it all look so wonderful? Edward?
Yes, it certainly does.
Something wrong, Edward?
It's that poor man, Philip. He's completely homeless. Has no family or friends around him to give him kindness. It's so sad.
What does homeless mean?
I think you wouldn't quite understand, Philip. You can ask me when you're a little older.
A little older? Why?
I just don't want you to get the wrong end of the stick, Philip.
I'm not a baby, you know. I can understand some things. I think.
Well, since it comes to that, did you understand anything I said about the true meaning of Christmas this morning?
Presents?
No, Philip. You really need to pay more attention.
I do too.
As Philip rolled crossly into the shed, he bashed against the buffers a little too hard and honked his horn with anger. Then it happened.
Philip, get out of there! The snow's caving in!
Philip quickly rolled out of the shed just in time. The two engines watched in horror as the heavy snow tumbled through the roof, crashing to the ground.
Blistering buffers.
Oopsie.
The Fat Controller was about to head home to sort his Christmas Day dinner, but when he heard the news, he went immediately to Wellsworth.
Oh dear, how did this happen?
Well, the thing is, sir,
It was the wind, sir.
What?
I see. Well, the pack won't be able to repair the roof until after Christmas.
After Christmas?
I'm sorry, you two. You'll have to find somewhere else to sleep for tonight. I'll ring up Miss Jenny and ask her to clear the rubble after Christmas, and then arrange some workers to mend the roof again. Now I must get home and prepare the Christmas dinner. It's my turn to stuff the turkey. Ho, ho, ho.
And the Fat Controller left.
What do we do now, Edward? We shall have to find a shed for tonight.
We? There's no we, Philip. Only you. You destroyed our shed!
I didn't mean to do it. I'm sorry.
I've had enough of you for one day, Philip. First, you didn't listen to me when I tried explaining some things to you. And two, your temper had cost us the shed. My shed. You, just leave me alone.
Edward, you don't mean that, do you?
I do. Go away. Now.
Fine. I'll go and find somewhere else to sleep by myself then.
Philip stormed out of Wellsworth, leaving a grumpy Edward behind. Philip felt so hurt from Edward's outburst that he parked on a siding, out of the way.
Then this way, I won't be a nuisance to everyone.
All he could do now was watch other engines rolling past him.
Oh, don't mind me, just letting you go first. Busy engines come first. Huh? Hey! Stop that! Oh, that's cold! Ah! Oh, what a silly game that is. I don't fancy another beating by a snowball. It's just not nice. Oh.
It soon started to snow very lightly. The sun was going down, making the snow-covered island sparkle like glitter. But Philip didn't seem to notice.
Don't stop now. You've got your homes to go to.
Philip?
A voice echoed through the snow. It was Percy. He was on his way back from delivering the last bit of Christmas mail.
What are you doing sitting on that siding? It's freezing out here, and why aren't you warming up at Wellsworth Sheds?
Oh, just letting engines go past while I'm sitting here, waiting for the points to change.
But Philip paused and almost burst into tears.
Oh, Percy! Me and Edward don't have a home this Christmas.
No home? What do you mean?
I was angry at Edward earlier. He said I wouldn't understand some of the things he said about being homeless. Then the roof of Wellsworth Shed collapsed, and now we have nowhere to stay tonight. Now I understand what Edward meant about being homeless. All alone, not being special, no loved ones near me. Edward hates me so much after all this. Stupid little me. Stupid, stupid, stupid!
But it's Christmas Eve. Friends should be together.
I know.
Oh, Philip. I'm really sorry. Why don't you come stay with me at Tidmouth Sheds, Philip? I'm sure the other engines will be happy to have you over for the holidays.
Really?
Of course! It's much better than being out here in the cold and dark. And besides, Christmas is about being kind and helpful to others.
Thank you, Percy. Thank you so much.
Meanwhile, Edward was back to square one, trying to find somewhere to sleep for the night.
Oh.
He went all over the island, but he had no luck.
Oh, botheration! This is ridiculous! Philip, I hope you're all right. At any rate, I believe you must be having better luck than I am.
Evening, everyone. We have a guest sleeping over here tonight.
Philip?
What's he doing here? You should be at Walsworth Sheds, not here.
Philip, is something wrong?
Where was he, Percy?
Well, I found him on a siding. He says he hasn't got a roof over him anymore.
Yes, it's true. The shed roof collapsed, and it won't be mended until after Christmas. Plus, Edward snapped at me, and I wanted to say sorry to him, but he wouldn't let me.
It's not like Edward to act like this, especially on Christmas.
Well, I'm gonna hate myself for saying this, but I feel so sorry for you, Philip.
So do I. Well, since tonight's Christmas Eve, you can stay as long as you'd like, little Philip. Once the roof of Walsworth Sheds is repaired, of course.
Wow. Thanks, Gordon. I don't know what to say. You can be a big softy sometimes, you know that?
Oh! Big softy.
That was really kind of you, Gordon. This is why I love Christmas. Being kind to one another and being close to your friends.
Friends? But what about Edward? It's getting snowy out there.
Oh, no, not now. Oh, I should have brought my snowplow with me. Oh, it's getting so cold.
Why would you be concerned about Edward?
After what he said to you?
I know, but...
So sorry I'm late, everyone. Oh, hello, Philip. What are you doing here?
I'm staying here tonight. Walsworth Shed's roof has collapsed.
So Edward's not with you?
No, we've fallen out.
I thought I saw Edward looking grumpy earlier. He kept saying he has to find a shed, but it seemed he hasn't had any luck yet. I'm sorry about what happened, Philip. I really am. I do hope you two can be friends again.
Why are you so late anyway, Henry?
I finished early with the flying kipper, but by the time I got here, the snow's getting very thick and the winds have picked up too. I think we have a snowstorm heading our way.
A snowstorm? Oh, Edward, I hope you found shelter.
Henry was right. A snowstorm had indeed rolled across Sodor that night. Snow was falling harder, the wind was fierce and very cold, and poor Edward was stuck in it.
I can't see a thing. This is good. Some Christmas. This is turning out to be. Philip. If only I didn't yell at you. I'm truly sorry about all this. I hope you're still my friend after all this.
The storm is getting worse out there. I hope Edward isn't stuck in it.
That's it! I'm going to look for Edward.
Whoa! Hold on, Philip. You can't go out there.
Thomas is right. You might get stuck in the snow.
But Edward's my friend. It's my fault we haven't got a roof under us at Wellsworth. I want to make things right with him.
Philip's right. Friends forgive friends at this time of year, and they can make amends with it by helping each other. If you want, Philip, I can help you look for Edward, if my driver can get my plow on.
Really? That would be great! But there's one more problem. I don't have a snowplow.
I know. There's a spare plow at the end of the sheds, Philip.
Oh, thanks, Nia.
You ready, Philip?
Ready, Percy.
Be careful out there.
We will.
I wish we could all help Percy and Philip look for Edward.
Maybe we can help. Besides, Nia, you always say to me, 2 engines are much better than 1, you know.
You're right, Thomas.
Right, including us helping Philip and Percy, that makes 4 of us. So let's go and find Edward. Philip! Percy! Wait for us! We're all coming with you!
You lead the way, Philip. We'll all be behind you.
Right. Edward!
Edward!
Achoo! Oh, dear. I must have fallen asleep. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, now no one will find me out here.
Edward!
Oh, I can barely see anything.
He would freeze on a night like this. Oh, even I'm not used to this weather.
You can say that again. Oh, it's bitter cold out here.
We can't give up now. Edward! Edward! Nothing. We'll never find him.
Come on now, Philip. Would Edward give up if he was looking for you in this storm?
No. Edward would keep on looking for me. And once he does, he would take me home out of the cold.
Exactly, and that's what we will do, once we find Edward.
Yeah. You're right. It's Christmas too, and Edward shouldn't deserve to be left alone this holiday season. Edward!
What? Could that be? Philip? If only I had some steam left in me, I could blow my whistle. Well, there's only one thing left for me to do.
Everyone, stop shouting! Did you hear that?
Everyone listened, but all they could hear was the winter wind blowing.
Are you sure you heard something, Thomas?
I'm sure! It sounded like someone is shouting for help.
It's probably the wind playing tricks on you, Thomas.
Help! Help!
Edward! It's Edward!
Philip, wait for us!
Philip struggled through the storm, but he didn't give up.
Edward! It's Philip! Keep calling for me! I'm coming!
Help!
I'm getting closer. Edward!
Help!
Where is he? Oh, Edward. Maybe if I can make a wish, then it could come true. I wish I could find Edward, and I want to tell him that I'm sorry.
Philip?
Huh? Edward? Where are you?
Over here! In the snowdrift!
Edward!
Philip! Oh, Philip. Thank goodness you're all right.
I'm so happy you're okay, Edward. You must be freezing in there. Well, don't worry. I have some help.
Edward!
You did it, Philip. You found him.
Well done, Philip.
We'll soon get you out of the cold in no time.
The engine's crew started digging the snow away from Edward. Once most of the snow was clear, Edward was given some coal from the steam engines and Edward's firemen started to build up his fire.
Oh, that feels so much better. Oh, thank you, everyone.
You're welcome, Edward. Now let's head back home to Tidmouth Sheds.
I couldn't agree more. Let's hurry in case another snowfall comes. Oh. Edward, do you fancy staying with us at Tidmouth Sheds for Christmas?
Philip, that would be wonderful.
Percy and I can share a berth together, and you two can sleep in my berth.
What a good idea, Thomas.
It certainly is, Thomas. That way, all of us will be together for Christmas.
Yippee!
It was very late by the time they returned. All the engines eventually fell fast asleep. Well, maybe not all of them.
Edward, are you awake?
I am now, Philip. Is there something wrong?
I just wanted to say that I'm very sorry about ValveGearStudios. If I hadn't been such a jerk, we both wouldn't be homeless.
And I'm sorry too, Philip. I really am. I was too hard on you for making you understand some things. And it was also an accident with the shed roof, so it could have happened to anyone. I felt really guilty snapping at you when I was caught in that snowstorm. I hope we're still friends.
Of course we are, Edward. We will always be friends.
You know what? I don't care if our shed roof is damaged. Home isn't a place. Home is where the heart is.
Hey, you're right. Being together with our friends is the best home for me.
A few days later, the Fat Controller had told Edward and Philip to come to Wellsworth Station for a big surprise.
Edward and Philip, I'm delighted to announce that Miss Jenny and the pack have finished the new roof for your shed.
Wow! It's as good as new!
Now you two can go back home again.
Thank you,
Thank you, sir.
Edward and Philip really liked their new shed roof. Edward decided to speak up.
Philip, you must have been very disappointed about not spending Christmas at Wellsworth on account of the accident with the old roof.
To be honest, Edward, I didn't mind it one bit. While we were at Tidmouth Sheds for Christmas this year, I've now understood that Christmas isn't about presents under the tree or singing Christmas carols. It's about being together with the friends you care about the most. You were right about all of it, Edward. I should have listened to you in the first place.
It's okay, Philip. I know that Christmas is over, but it doesn't mean that the decorations can't be taken off just yet. So, I've asked the Fat Controller to prepare a late Christmas present for you.
Wow!
And there's one more thing.
Oh, Edward! This is wonderful! You're the best! It's great to be home.
You're welcome, Philip. After all, home is where the heart is, you know.